guys, Corinne here, and today we're going to talk about work week wardrobe. If you guys have been following me for a little bit, you know that work week wardrobe is something that I'm extremely passionate about as a wardrobe stylist and creative director. And I know that sometimes when people say work week, you think about a 9-to-5 job. So I want to just keep revisiting this topic so that people have an understanding that whether you work a 9-to-5, whether you work in a corporate environment, whether you work in a uniform environment, or whether you are an entrepreneur, it is so important that our wardrobe is indicative of the brand that we are trying to portray. So if you'd like some tricks and tips on how you can steal the show with your work week wardrobe, stay tuned. Alright, so quick tip number 1. The first thing you want to do is get 5 core wardrobe pieces that fit you amazingly. So these 5 pieces can be totally different for everyone. My 5 pieces are 3 dresses and 2 skirts. And I know you're like, how do you kind of work that? So you get solid colors. This gray dress is one of my core pieces. I've worn it with cardigan sweaters. I've worn it with fur vest, moto jacket, whatever it is that I can kind of take it up a notch, that's what I do. You have to really find what works for your shape. And if you don't necessarily know what that is, then someone like myself or another wardrobe stylist would come in to be able to assist you with that. But you want to find 5 pieces that fit you amazing. You can buy them off the shelf regular, go to the cleaners or to a tailor, have them fit to you so that they look custom. It doesn't matter if you spend $25 for a dress or $250 for a dress. If it fits you well, it will look expensive. So it really is more so about the tailoring. But these 5 pieces should be relatable across all aspects of your wardrobe. So whether you dress down a pencil skirt with a pair of combat boots and a moto jacket, or you dress it up with a pair of heels and a blazer, that pencil skirt is going to be one of your staples that you can go to. So if you don't have those 5 staples where you feel like you look amazing regardless of if you're bloated or if you're not bloated, if you're not, get those 5 pieces. Take your time, find them, put them in a place where you can go to them and mix and match. Chances are, even if you do work a 9-to-5 and you wear these 5 pieces throughout the week, there are so many things that you can do with core pieces that people won't even pay attention to the fact that it's the same piece. So get those 5 pieces and make sure that you're committed to them, because the next steps are really going to depend on how successful you are in getting those 5 pieces. So here we go. Step number 2 is investment pieces. So sometimes when we go shopping, if it's a wow factor, we buy it. But it isn't really something that we're committed to really having in our wardrobe. And I think that with fast fashion, it's kind of put us in a situation where we feel like, oh, there's a new collaboration, there's a new release, I've got to get this item, I've got to get this, I've got to have it. But if it really doesn't work with your 5 core pieces, you really should think about it. Sometimes a splurge is okay, but you really want to have a wardrobe that is cohesive and that really, really works. So what do I mean by statement pieces? So for me, it's statement jewelry. I don't care how much the statement jewelry costs. I don't care who the designer is. If I love it, I purchase it because that's my thing. Another thing that could be considered a statement piece is outerwear. Sometimes in the winter, the simplest dress, the simplest ensemble can be taken up a notch with a fabulous overcoat or an amazing knee boot. Something that if I see you walking down the street and I never see that, you know, black bodycon dress that you've worn 3 times this week already, that jacket or those knee boots are really going to stand out. In the summertime, you've got the same denim shorts and the same white button up, but sometimes that sheer silk kimono with the fringe, that can really take it up a notch, or that head wrap can really take it up a notch, or a custom pair of frames can really take your look to the next level. So you want to get, in conjunction with your core pieces, you want to get some splurge pieces, some statement pieces that really speak to who you are. Now, let's say you don't like an overcoat, or you don't like a knee boot, or you don't like statement jewelry, or you don't like a kimono. It could be a handbag. You could have an amazing handbag collection, and everywhere you go, people are stopping you to say, oh my God, where did you get that handbag? But you want to do this in modesty, because the key is quality over quantity. So you don't want to have so many pieces where your wardrobe becomes a peacock and it doesn't really indicate who you are or what your brand is. You want to make sure that the pieces that you're investing in are pieces that represent you and you love them. So we'll get to the final step now of how we're going to kind of bring all of this together and make it work so that your work week wardrobe can work for you. So this is the fun part, because whether you love style and fashion or not, whether you eat, sleep, and breathe it like I do, or whether you just like to look nice, every woman loves to play dress up. We've all done it in some way, shape, or form since we were little girls. And so once you get your statement pieces and your core pieces together, go and purchase, whether it's a rolling rack, whether it's an individual wardrobe. You want to separate these pieces from your everyday workout, lounge, I'm just going to the market, I'm just doing this wardrobe. You want to treat these items special, not because they cost $1 million, or not because, you know, they're so much better than the rest of your wardrobe, but because when you wear them, you want to feel like you're putting on for business. You want to feel like this is your armor, your costume per se, to be Superwoman. So you want to treat these items special. You want to give yourself, whether it's a little corner in your bedroom or whether it's creating, you know, a whole vignette of these items. You want to get a rack, you want to get a little drawer set, you want to get a little table where you can put your accessories, you want to get a shelf where you can lay out these shoes, and you want to kind of play dress up and figure out what works how and how you can put this together and what wow and impactful looks that you can put together, and then hang them as you've styled them on the rack, so that when you get ready to go to that event or you get ready to land that new client, the last thing you have to worry about and stress about is what you're going to wear, because because you've already done the work. You've already gotten it together. It's already laid out there for you. It's already prepared. And whether you do this once a month, twice a month, or every week, it's going to give you time back in the morning. It's going to give you time back at night. It's going to take the stress out of worrying about what you're going to wear to create that wow factor. So what I set up in my home is a clothing rack, and in the next video, when I emulate all of these things for you with a special friends, so that you guys can see exactly what I mean, you'll be able to see my setup and how I have, you know, my regular closet of clothing, things that I wear to work, but then how I have my clothing rack of things set up. I have my accessories set up, I have my shoes set up, because I want to feel like I'm doing something amazing when I'm getting dressed and I'm getting prepared for my clients. The biggest thing about the work week wardrobe is it really does save you time, but it also saves you money, because if you don't have to go out every single time a special event comes up to find something to wear, or to, you know, figure out, oh, I just have no idea what the dress code is. If you get something for your industry and for your lifestyle, then you'll be set. You'll be set with all of the things that you need. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. As you can see, I'm really passionate about work week wardrobe, and it's something that you'll be hearing more and more about from me, and I'll be rolling it out in different visuals for you guys and different videos. I have some other things that I'm working on, so I'm excited about it, but I'm really encouraging you guys to be passionate about how you present yourself to the world, and you know, how you allow others to consume your brand. And it isn't necessarily being consumed or worried about what other people think about you, but it's really about what we think about ourselves, right? And how we're portraying that. And sometimes what other people see is in all essence really not what we're trying to portray. So doing intentional things like building a work week wardrobe, or like cleaning up your brand, giving your brand a facelift, like, you know, ensuring that the message that you're sending is consistent and credible is really important to being a successful individual. Whether you work for someone else, whether you work for yourself, it's really important to just have a streamlined brand. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I hope that you guys will continue to tune in. We've got some great content lined up for you guys, and I look forward to talking again with you guys soon. You guys stay blessed, stay peaceful, and stay fabulous.